What, am I live like that? Oh, oh
what's going on?
Oh, this game, isn't it? Oh
Hey,
my
you're
days,
live,
you never was live like that. Yes, people, welcome to Never Foul. I don't know what's happened to my screen, but my screen's gone mad for a second. So I can see Kunle, but I can't even see the time limit. Is the time ticking up there and everything as well?
Yeah.
Okay, it's all blessed then. Kunle, I'm not gonna lie, run up your intro. I'm gonna jump straight back in because my screen's done a mather. I don't know what's going on.
No
so
problem,
just tell the
my
people
guy.
who it is, yeah.
Oh yeah, now my people. It's your dark-skinned man from the motherland. If you didn't know before, today you got to understand. And yes, I've touched down in London, so any cheek, I'm going to be looking for all of you lot in the comment section. Now, I'm joking. Big up everyone in the comment section. Smash the like button, comment, share, subscribe, all of that.
There we go. Perfect timing. You know what? It's mad. There's bare comments and they weren't even coming through either. So everything's in now. 50 of you already in here. Make sure you run up the likes, people. Make sure you subscribe. If you're wanting Man United season to end today, you can even give it 2 likes if you can. Actually, no, 3, because if you like it and then unlike it, that won't work. So you got to tap it 3 times. But big up everyone inside. We've got Abs in the building as well, repping for Chelsea. We're definitely going to be diving into a bit of that situation because it looks like Pochettino is the man who's going to potentially get the job. But first of all, as what you saying as well, man, you blessed, bro.
Yeah, bro, all good, man. Thanks for having me on, bro. You know, obviously, we've gone through the trenches this season. I'm stuck in a relegation battle, so I'm just trying to get the. I'm all I've been looking for about 3 months is 40 points. Give me 40 points, and I'm a happy man.
Hey, you know what I was actually going to say? I thought you were probably more looking forward to this weekend, didn't you? You don't even have a game, so you got nothing to stress about.
Bro, trust me, no stress. I'm just sat back watching that all my brethren getting vexed over their team losing or winning or whatever. And it's not. There's no emotions involved. But then it's back to reality when we play Brentford, innit? And
yeah. That's who you got midweek Tuesday, isn't it?
No, it's Wednesday, bro.
Wednesday. So the same night as the big one there. So you see how clever these men are. They get it under the radar because everyone's watching Man City, Arsenal, Chelsea lose to Brentford. No one's even gonna know about it.
Hey, Ty, you know my stance on all these Chelsea boys, innit? And Liverpool tried to do it earlier this season, but they've kind of backtracked because they got a couple of points now. This is it. This is the game now. They'll try 8 mile us, these Chelsea fans say, no, I just want 40 points. We're shit. We're shambles. I'm thinking they can avoid and duck banter. It don't work like that, bro. We haven't decided the season's over for you lot, so therefore the banter continues. Let's go.
Continues. May the 25th. We got a month left of it. Big up everyone inside, man. Nearly 100 people here already, guys. Make sure as well you please subscribe to One Touch TV, which is Kunle's channel, and Tunnel TV as well, where they do a lot of watch-along stuff there. So make sure you go and hit up them, man. There's 100 of you here. Make sure you go and do that when I run through the comments, people. Support them, man. Hi, everyone. Don't forget to like the stream, of course. Daniel, 1 game at a time. Big up, Sid. Like I was just saying, you had a good weekend. You haven't had to play yet. Big up, Wolves FI as well. I hope you're good, bro. Come on, Spurs. We need you to do us a favour. Obviously, that's a massive game against Newcastle today, to be fair. If Newcastle win that, yeah, Tottenham. Well, no wonder why Sean didn't jump on. Bro. Yeah, all right, Sean.
Sean knows, man. He
knows. Let's go, people. City's treble's getting closer. Make sure you get all your comments in as well, man. 100%, 38 conceded. We on 30th, on 37. Yeah, but look where Arsenal are in the league, man. It doesn't matter as long as you win games, man. That's what I think of it. Big up, smash the likes. Make sure you do that. Big up Sophia as well. I'm just trying to go through as many as I can quickly. Big up the NAF family, man. Always, as always. Big up Pablo. Been a minute, Pablo, man. I only see you back on this week, man. So, yeah, man. I hope you're all well and the family's blessed in that as well, man. Someone says there's a title gone. We're definitely going to touch on the Arsenal thing. Don't worry, Sid. I'll be planting that question. Man,
don't pressure yourself there, Ty. Don't pressure yourself, bro.
I know. I got to enjoy my 4 hours before my season ends. And then yeah, man, people just keep getting your comments in, man. Big up Mix Mitchell as well. You always hear quite a lot as well. Arsenal's still the biggest banter club though, especially if they complete the biggest bottle job in history. Brighton are gonna slam you lot, and Rahul's confident we can end City's treble hopes. But you know what? Where should we start? Because I know that Daps and Specs might come in. Newcastle, Tottenham can wait. City, FA Cup, I think that can wait because we've got to speak to Daps. But yeah, I think we're. Hey,
let's get out of the way.
As a guest on a Sunday, where do you think we should start?
You want to what? You want to go to down the King's Road? Is that where it is?
Yeah, I think we might. We might. Couldn't, man. You're posing. I don't know why you're posing.
I was just waiting for it, bro.
All right, man's about to give the governor speech. He's like, right, today I defend my team and I tell him it's not over. Couldn't, man. I've got to be real, yeah. I don't know if you know this guy, yeah. He's a comedian. He won Britain's Got Talent, some black guy called Axel Blake. So I was at,
I've heard of him still.
Yeah, he's cool, man. He's blessed, brother. I went to his gig on Friday, so I didn't know the game, I didn't know the score or nothing. Got to like the interval, you know when they do comedian, have the warm-up guest, innit?
Yeah.
Warm-up guest. So it's like halfway through, and that one of my brethren is there who's a Man City fan who works with me because he got tickets as well. He's there with his missus now. So I see him at the bar and that. And he's like, you check the score yet? I'm like, nah, I don't want to check until like it's full time. I don't want to ruin it or nothing. He was like, look at your phone. I saw 2-1 Southampton. I thought, oh my God. I thought of you. I thought, he's just flown over. He's just flown over.
I was getting ready to fly back, bro.
I was like, nah. So then what I did, I was like, it's half time. I was like, okay, I was like, cool. I know I'm gonna come on my phone, 10 o'clock, end of the gig. Arsenal have won 3-2. I was like, that's just what they're gonna do. And then I see him again, and he was like, you're gonna wait till you get home. And I was like, why are you doing that? I was like, because you knew. I was like, why are you doing? So I was like, yo, I'm gonna check. I saw 3-0, and I just thought, this is, and quickly, I don't really come on an angle, but bro, the last 3 games, Arsenal have gone to pots, and you know that Daps has been calling for it. He's been saying that you ain't got the minerals, and I was actually thinking, you know what? I thought Daps was just running his mouth to like,
to big up his team, right?
Tank Davis thing. I thought like the Tank Garcia fight. I thought he's hyping it up. But 3 draws, bro, and like you've just crumbled when it's mattered most. The whole season to now, bro. Talk to me, man, because it's Southampton. This isn't even a West Ham away where it's like, okay, I can see why sometimes they get a result. Liverpool, biggest away game as you were calling it. Southampton at home. You win that, you go to City in that firing line. You're ready, triggers loaded. It's not.
We go City just needing a point from that game, and we're still on, bro. Do you get me? But I won't lie to you, bro. Obviously now having time to reflect after the game, and if you saw me on the show, I was very much the title's over. We've dropped the ball here, but look, at the end of the day, as much as the rival fans are going to banter us, like all banter aside, I know it's going to be bottle job. Someone said in the comment section, biggest bottle job in history. Like, I've seen Liverpool bottle a 16-point lead, so I don't know how 7 is more than 16, but whatever. It's one of them things where the reality is we are choking, bro. We're choking bit by bit. Like the pressure is real, and everyone talks about throughout the season. We had this test, that test. That's all good and well, but the big test comes in, as Daps was saying, April and May. Those are the big tests. You can play Liverpool away, this team away, that team away, but when the pressure's on, all eyes on you, then it's you can easily crumble. And I think this is a build-up of the press have been building this up all season. And I was just hoping the boys could deal with the pressure of being the guys that everyone's saying, you can't mess this up. This is your season, blah, blah, blah. I was hoping they were mature enough to handle it. And as I said on Never a Foul, if we win at Liverpool away, I think the title's coming to us.
Do you think, if you'd won at Liverpool, your next 2 results, as in this game on Friday and the West Ham game, would have been different outcomes? Do you actually feel like that Liverpool result derailed it?
100%. I think we would have steamrolled West Ham, like simple things, like would have been like a 5-0 against Southampton. I personally think, because if you go to Anfield, that's like our nemesis stadium, bro, that we hold at minimum of 3 every time we go there. Just L's on L's on L's. So it's one of them ones that the confidence of the boys would have been different. After all the banter last season where we played You'll Never Walk Alone in training and stuff, it would have been a proper mentality moment for them to drive through. I think we could have maybe even won at the Etihad with the confidence, how high we were. Do you get me? After if we'd won that game, but we didn't. And there's been very stupid decisions that led to it. Because if Ramsdale just watches De Gea the night before, I would hope he doesn't make that pass. Do you get me?
No, you can't do it. I'll show you how to do it.
like what? No, this is how we do it, guys. Let's watch Ramsdale. It was a stupid decision.
I'm sure it was in the first 10 minutes. Is that right?
But the 30 seconds, my guy. 30 seconds. You're talking about 10 minutes. 30 seconds, bro. Bruv, the team are already nervous. The team are already nervous, and then your goalkeeper does that in the first 30 seconds. It was inevitable. The rest of the game was inevitable. But if he doesn't make that decision there, I think we win that game comfortably, personally. But we're already nervous. The pressure's on, and then 30 seconds into a home game, you can see the goal. Do you get me? It was downhill. Then Wally Walcott scores as well. You know it's a long day, then, bro. You know it's a long day.
At least Walcott didn't celebrate though. So Arsenal.
Respect that.
Apparently, all I'm hearing, the rumors are that Walcott was taking it light on these, but he could have had a couple.
Hey, calm yourself down, Ty.
I don't know. I'm just saying. That's what I was.
When was the last time Walcott scored a couple? Let's not do this, man.
I know. We say specs, man. Big up, Jordan.
Big up, specs, man.
Big up to you, man. And I don't think it was 30 seconds. I think it was 28 seconds.
Specs. Is that where we're starting? Is that how we're starting?
No, never smoked it. You know me, bro. I'm humble. Never smoked it.
But you just wanted to correct the masses. Yeah?
No, just because the viewers might get a bit cheeky and say, you know what I mean? I'm just saying 28 seconds and
just beats Tottenham today, and all is forgiven.
No, we're gonna get there. I hope we get there. But my quick 2 pence. I don't believe what this hype.
I was just gonna say that. Take your time. You have to say quick 2 points. Rather than say, man.
Because I'm not. All right, I'm not really believing that whole. Call me deluded. Call me what you want, bro. But football's football, bro. I don't think this title race is over, bro.
Nah, it's not. It's not.
You get what I'm saying? Like, I find it a bit mad when I see certain other little pods or pundits. You get me? Like, no, it's over. No, Man City. Like, who to say Man City is going to win every single game anyway? And who to say you man can't beat them at Etihad? Why not? Why not, bro?
You know what, Specs? The funniest thing about this Arsenal team, I know if we had lost on Friday, we would have beat City at Etihad, bro. And then everyone would be like, if only we beat Southampton, it would be different. It's typical. It's typical Arsenal.
I hear you, but even that Southampton game, if I'm honest, as a neutral, like if I was an Arsenal fan, it would have felt like a defeat anyway. Do you get what I'm saying? Because for me, there's no excuse, bruv, for that game.
Yeah,
you're at home against the most lowest team. You get what I'm saying?
Bottom of the league, bro. Alcaraz moving like
dead, bro.
I don't know who that guy was. But...
That's what I'm saying. But football's funny, bro. Do you get what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Football's funny, bro. And you never know. You get me? If you look, obviously, in common sense, you're going to say, nah, bro, it's dead. City are gone. You get me? But I hope that ain't the case, man. Change the narrative, innit? Can't having the same team.
Where's it gone wrong, though? Couldn't they?
No, but do you know what it is? I think it went wrong when the first mistake was not pulling Zinchenko in the 65th minute at Anfield. If he does that, for me, I reckon Kieran Tierney ties up that left side and Trent doesn't nutmeg him and they score that equaliser personally. Even though they were on top of us, he should have made some pragmatic changes a lot earlier for me. But as Specs was saying as well, the reality is we're still top of the league, innit? We're actually still top of the league. Like, obviously, on paper, City are going to win all their games after, especially what they did yesterday. I don't even know how did City end up playing Sheffield United. What kind of nonsense is that?
No,
but anyway,
I know.
They still have to win their games. I'm not saying they won't, but it's not over. As they said, it's not over. If we somehow do something ridiculous and get a win at the Etihad, game on again. And like, if anyone can go toe to toe with City this season, it has to be us, no?
Do you know what? Yeah, when I think about it, I'm gonna be real. When I look at that result on Friday, I'm like, it's done in my head. But then when I think of City's last week, yeah, and I know that it's City that type of team, yeah, where when they need to beat someone in crunch time in the Premier League over the last 7-8 years, they've normally done it. But they've got you lot at home, which I think they will beat you because their record at home to you is very good. And I feel like right now, City are being City. This is just City people were questioning between August.
We're not losing that game. But
well, we're going to come to no. We're going to talk. We're going to talk, and I'm hoping that's right.
Yeah.
But even in regards to it, yeah, City have still got to go to Brighton away, and then Brentford away, and I know they've still got to play Chelsea. I think that's their last 3 or 4 games of the season. That's like, I know them teams are probably their season's done and everything, but you just never know when City's still got the Champions League and stuff. They're not the type of teams you want to be playing and thinking, you know, we're just going to get an easy win here. Do you know what I mean? So some of them, you know, easy could be sipped up, but I think City will go to the Etihad on Wednesday. You know, Haaland rested after 65 minutes yesterday, and I think they would do the job. The way your players fell to the ground after that draw on Friday. Speck summed it up perfectly. It was like a defeat. It was like they had just lost like a cup final. Like the manager as well, like the manager, Arteta head in his hands. He's the type that doesn't really want to give too much away. He tries being the alpha male for you lot and trying to like hold it all together. But I just felt like that was the moment where like the players just felt like we have lost it. But you just said it. You haven't actually lost it, because if you go to the Etihad and win, you're back into where you need to be. But I just don't think that Arsenal, the mentality of these players, have got that in them, that they're knowing that, right, if we go to the Etihad and win, it's like, right, it felt like they had lost it there on Friday. And I don't know if they can pick themselves back up. Like, I'm seeing pictures of Zinchenko always running your team talks. Odegaard is meant to be your captain. He doesn't say anything. He doesn't do anything. It's like Maguire, the captain of Man United. I like Odegaard the player, by the way. There's a difference. Odegaard the player, Odegaard the captain. Maguire, he's not a good player. He's not a good captain. Odegaard's a very good player. But as a captain, I never really see him being a leader. I think Zinchenko might as well be the captain. And I'm like, is it all kind of just seeing a few cracks now?
Do you know what it is about this? I don't, the Odegaard type captain, I think he's the, let me be the example on the pitch, innit? I think he only turned up for 15 minutes in that game against South. And it annoys me when he does that. He's missing for the game. And last 10, he's doing dribbles, taking shots. It's so frustrating because this goal he scored, I'm thinking, why don't you take more shots in general? Do you get what I'm saying? I thought after that Spurs goal, he scored at their ground, that he'd start shooting more. And he too much time he goes for the Hollywood pass as well. But he's a hell of a player, and I hear you. But I think the leadership we lost because Odegaard doesn't quite have it. The leadership we lost on that night was Granit Xhaka. I never thought I'd ever say that on a stream ever in my freaking life.
Yeah,
big Granit, you know.
Because what's his name? T-Bag was doing a madness in the middle of the park on Friday, bro. Well, I don't know what he was doing, man. He was trying to relaunch his film career or whatever. He looked awful. That everything he did for 45 minutes, Vieira, was awful, man. I don't think.
Did he get dragged off for 45?
I think he came off at 50 minutes, like 5 minutes into the second half. They pulled him off. I'm telling every Arsenal fan right now, do not dare sing that Vieira song for that you until he earns the right, bro. Patrick was in the freaking stands as well.
Those bear men in the stands, trust me. But
Henri and them man were looking like, what's this?
Hold up. What about Partey? Because you see Partey.
Yeah, apparently he gave away. He tried doing that stupidness after they gave away the corner and they scored.
You know what happened? You know what happened
twice now,
right? He met Starboy Lavia, and Lavia put him in his place. That's what happened.
Nah, bro, it's deeper than that, bro. It's because it's not even just Lavia. Also, the West Ham thing, bro. He stopped eating the fufu and jollof rice. He started going back to the bangers and mash and fish and chips again. That's what I told him. Stick to the natural roots. Now you know now the strength. So as long as he goes back to that West African food, we might be able to turn the season around. But he's been awful in the last couple of games too. But look, the end of the day is, if I don't know what I'm doing if I'm Arteta, but if you told any Arsenal fan that you go to the Etihad and get 3 points and you have a chance of winning your first league title in 19 years, like every Arsenal fan in hindsight would have snatched your arm off after finishing 5th last season. So it's not time to panic and scapegoat and say this player shit. I've seen social media, they're doing nuts. Zinchenko's to blame. Like, as much as I don't rate Rob Holding, people are killing Holding for that game against Southampton. When the real culprit was Ramsdale, bro. Ramsdale messed that game up. Like, as much as he's been clutch for us this season, he messed up that game, and you could see mentally he never recovered for the whole game. There was a couple of other chances that he just got his hand to and stuff. So for me, I don't know what he needs to do. Maybe he needs to show them the Fever Pitch movie. Needs to show them the Invincibles DVD. I don't know. Get the Invincibles to take the.
Show me 89, man.
Do an Ollie and get Arsene to come in and do the team talk for the City game. I don't know, bro. But it's still winner takes all that night, bro. Winner takes all. We go there and do something spectacular. I think Wenger was the last manager to win. I think it was a 2-0 win. Santi Cazorla and Giroud.
Yeah.
Like, do you know what I'm saying?
Blue kit times.
And we had a worse team then, and we won at the Etihad. So it's not impossible. But boy, we need a miracle, guys. The football gods need to shine down on us.
I'm gonna come to you, because they said obviously it's not impossible, it's possible, but how much is that possible? Where are you on this, man? The Arsenal result, and obviously going into this game on Wednesday now. You thinking it's done? You thinking City are just gonna kind of Arsenal getting stamped on at the moment in terms of the results. Are City just gonna put their knife in and just finish it off?
Bro, listen, it's very simple when it comes to these Arsenal, man. They have to go and I remember telling Man City fans this when we played them in their first Champions League final. Before you meet your wife, you have to go through your first heartbreak, innit? So this is that period where they're gonna go through that heartbreak. However, I did say, if you actually look at City's run, people be like, they'll beat Chelsea, they'll beat Arsenal. They probably will. The wickedest thing is they'll beat the big teams. Here what I'm saying though. The two places that I think they'll drop points in, if they're gonna drop points, is Woodison Park and against Fulham. They'll be, one of them two places they'll drop points.
Park, you know.
I'll tell you why. Because Everton are fighting to stay in the division, innit? And historically they've not really gone down like that, innit? And also Fulham are trying to go for that European place, so they might be a bit tricky. But as for Arsenal, bro, now the only thing they can do is keep winning their games and see what won. And they have to show that they can go through the trials and tribulations without letting it affect them too much, like what it's done recently. But Kunle, I have to ask you one question though, because their Liverpool fans for the most asking, and I need to know: was it 2 points dropped at Anfield?
It was a point gain, bro.
Oh really?
Nah, shut up, man.
Was it really? Really? It's a point gain.
Hey, Ty, wait, Ty, hear me out. Hear me out. When did you last collect 4 points against Liverpool in a season? Tell me.
That's irrelevant.
Why is it not relevant?
Because when you're in a title race, you need to win games at this time.
Exactly.
City would go to Anfield and probably win. You went there.
When did they win at Anfield last, bro? When did they last win at Anfield?
You're lucky to walk away with a leg because.
Bro, tell me last time City won at Anfield, bro. Tell me, I'll wait.
What last time City won at Anfield? Won it 2 years ago when Foden and that cooked them?
No. Foden,
okay, so when there was no fans, yeah. Tell me the last time with fans that City won at the Etihad, my guy. I mean, Anfield. So don't. So you lot, the way you lot are trying to brush off Anfield is crazy. When none of you lot here are winning there. Nobody on the panel's winning there, bro. But you're brushing it off.
I've had fun at Anfield.
When did you win at Anfield last, Abs?
2-0.
Bro, I got Mason Mount, my Glock 19, bottom bins at the top end.
When was that?
That was in lockdown, but the speakers were loud.
Bro, hey, no fans Anfield ain't Anfield, so let's not do that here. But this is the reality.
Bro. I'm telling you, if I'm Man United and we're in the position you're in and we're 2-0 up at Anfield and we blow it and draw 2-2, it's 2 points dropped. That is not a point gained.
Okay, at the final whistle, yeah. But when you take a step back and look at the bigger picture of the season, 4 points against Liverpool is amazing.
Who cares about the 3 points collected in October 2022? Nobody.
Bro, exactly. And what people fail to realize is Liverpool.
Don't get away with this.
I won't let you. Do you want to know why? Because forget about 4 points against Liverpool. Forget about individual battles. If man's going for a league title, then you have to collect all the points available to you. You have to. I remember years ago, we had to, when we won the double with Ancelotti, we had to go and play United at Old Trafford and Liverpool at Anfield with fans, by the way. Don't worry. And we won both them games, in it. Drogba offside goal and that. All the top teams historically have gone to big grounds in the last few games and beaten one of the big teams to go and win the title. So this thing of it's 1 point gain. No, it's not. If you want to win this league, it has to be what's it called.
It's how you know what
it is.
You know what this guy
more time.
Couldn't they? I'll come to you, Specs. What I said, but couldn't they fluffed it? Yeah, because 10 minutes ago he goes, our season changed when we drew at Anfield. So it's not a point game because if you had won.
Okay, all right, Ty. Quickly on that, quickly on that, right? This is my honest answer. Quickly before Specs comes in. That was good. Quickly before Specs comes in. Quickly. This is what I would say on this. Yeah, at the end of the season, we'll know what really happened in that game, innit? We'll know. So once if we lose to City, I'm gonna come on here saying there's a 2 points dropped in it. But if we beat them, hey, it's a big if. Then you never know. You never know.
Boy, Specs,
Bro, I'm holding on to it as long as possible, Ty. Fuck that.
Nah, that's it. No, it's interesting. That was an interesting question. Still, like 2 points dropped or gained. I thought that this a game of two halves for me. Like, you get what I'm saying? As a neutral, towards the end, I'd say that's a decent point, considering what happens after that. But since then, it's same old, same old. So now it's a bit. Do you get what I'm saying? But that's a quick question. Going back quickly, like, you know, when you played Southampton, couldn't they? Yeah. Did you ever have any thoughts of like, where's Smith Rowe, or why did they put him in there instead? Or you wasn't really thinking like that?
Yeah. To be honest, I wanted them to hook Odegaard off. To be fair, for Smith Rowe.
What about Vieira? Because he looked kind of he looked dead anyway, bro.
By that time, Vieira shouldn't have even come onto the second half. To be honest, bro. Let's be honest. Man. I don't know why he didn't. This is one thing I'm struggling to understand about Arteta is.
Yep.
You want us to believe that you wanted Jorginho, but yet you don't trust him at home against Southampton. I don't like.
Safe for that, bro. Safe for the 12 mil injection.
I just don't get it. Like, if you want us to believe that you really wanted this man, you're playing a teabag who weighs like 5 stone against a team scrapping for their life in the middle of the park when there's an experienced winner in Jorginho who you said you wanted. Like, you're not going to trust him at a home game against the bottom of the table team.
Would you have played Partey a bit further forward than drop Jorginho?
Yeah, I would have done Partey do the box-to-box thing and Jorginho just sit and slow down the play. I would have done that. But I would not have given... I would have maybe even done Zinchenko in the role and put Tierney left back, but I definitely wouldn't have started Vieira, bro. Definitely wouldn't have done that. That was a big mistake.
You know what else no one's been talking about? And this is... It's only a select few Arsenal fans that have been chatting about this. And to be fair, he did have a good game in the last one.
Why doesn't Abs have a game this weekend, man?
Kyle Saka, Starboy Saka, what's been happening to him, bro?
What, golden assist in his last game?
No, I said in his last game he was good. But for a while now, he's been, he ain't been that good. I can't lie.
A while. 3 games is a while now. Is that what we're doing?
There was
3 games.
There's been a period where Saka's not been.
No, he's right.
Good.
Yeah. No, you're right, bro. Sorry, man, you're right. I'm just saying, Saka's tired, bro. He's bait, bro. He's getting rinsed, isn't it? He's getting rinsed. In my eyes, he's getting rinsed. In my eyes, he's getting rinsed, bro.
Cool. He's getting rinsed. Okay. Now, here's the question, though, right? Because I remember when Arsenal fans, when Odegaard went through his bad period, when Martinelli went through his bad period, when Xhaka, when Ben White, all these men went through their bad period, they all said Arteta dropped that Doddy and he dropped them in. But apparently Saka isn't allowed to get equal treatment. What's this?
Nah, that's for me. You're right, Abs. That's mad for me. I don't know how Saka's started all the last 3 games. He should. That game that he missed the penalty, he shouldn't even started that game. I'm being honest. He shouldn't have started. And at best, he shouldn't have made it to that second half. He was looking awful, and the way he was playing, I would have probably given the penalty to Jesus because he was off. But maybe he wanted to get his confidence back and try and take the penalty, and he overthought it. Who knows, man? But
I'm not having this. You man are forgetting something. You man forget Saka's not being rinsed. 1, Arsenal out of Europe, and 2,
Oh, so we've been out of Europe the whole season. You didn't go to the World Cup too.
You know what?
Like, come on, Ty, don't do that, bro.
Don't slip up, yeah. There was a home game. There was a home game 3 weeks ago where I had him captain on my FPO team. He was on the bench. So Martinelli and Trossard and Jesus that have been playing. Saka's the only one that's actually had. Forget Trossard, he's not.
Bro, he got 45 minutes rest.
Saka don't do that. Bare games, bro.
Come on, he still came on in that game. Come on,
bro. He was rested. Abs, you even forget there was a game at home. Arsenal rested him 3 weeks ago, so he's rested.
Who is it?
You're better than this, Ty. The reason why Rashford got injured is because you lot weren't resting him. So you know what I'm saying. Don't do that.
You know, it's funny.
What's the rest if it's not a rest?
Huh?
What's the rest if it's not a rest? He was rested. He come on for 20 minutes.
Bruv, because he got 45 minutes off, that's a rest. Is that what we're doing now?
Bro,
is that what we're doing?
That's what it was.
When you play 20 minutes, you're gonna come and say, "Yeah, we played a match. I played 20 minutes. I'm tired."
But that's not it, though. How about
Come
all the
Nah,
other
Ty
games he's been
trolling.
playing?
Come on,
How come
bro.
all the other games he's been
Come
playing?
on,
So
man.
we're just gonna isolate that
Bro,
one
he's
20
Saka's
minutes.
getting
Like he's not.
rinsed, bro.
Yeah, come
Matter.
on, be honest, bro. He's played
Nah,
every
listen,
minute of
you
every
lot
game
hate
up
man,
until.
though.
you said you
Go on,
got
Specs. Let Specs land. Let's not interrupt
Yeah,
Specs.
go
What
ahead.
you
Nah,
saying?
No, it's cool. No, I said what I said, bro. Like, Ty's giving me jokes. I hear what Ty's saying, but Ty's trolling a little bit, bro.
Yeah.
You're reaching a little bit. You're reaching a little bit, bro. For
He's
me,
trying to trigger me, bro.
Saka has been rinsed, bro. And if they ain't careful, blood, man like him will do an ACL and you won't see him for a minute, bro. You get what I'm saying? Be careful with that, brother. Look after him. That's what I'm saying, bro. Rinse him for England. Southgate will play 90 minutes for him. Madness. Who does that happen? He had Europa. He's getting rinsed, and now he's looking a bit, just dead a bit. You get me? And people are getting onto him. It's madness, bro. Like, and you man ain't got the squad in depth anyway to compete with the levels of Man City. That's another thing as well. It just is what it is, isn't it?
That is why this year is their best year to win the Premier League. I think everyone else is going to shake. Big up Pablo as well. He said they took the bait there. I was actually hoping real as well. I can't like, man, while you're here, 200 people here, girls, boys, you know, everyone here. Make sure you please like the video. Please make sure you subscribe if you're new as well on the way to 8K. Also, make sure you check out Geordie Dread TV. That's the Spectres channel for Newcastle content. Also, check out Kunle stuff, One Touch TV and Tunnel TV. So there's two there, man. So make sure you go and hit them both up, people. Show love to the man, them, and the people inside. As always, I did want to ask one thing. We've done 30 minutes on Arsenal. We are going to move on. But someone put a good comment in. Alec here. Gabriel Jesus. I'm not going to say that he's been poor, by the way, but I saw a tweet, and I didn't watch the game, so I can't comment. But I saw an Arsenal fan tweet. We haven't missed Jesus like people thought we would. And I just wanted to see what you thought on that, Kunle, because I don't know if it was a wild tweet, was it an overreaction, or is he actually not being clinical enough? Because I think he's got 9 in 28.
Look, he's I definitely do believe he misses way too many chances, and in scenarios like that, I don't know why Arteta's kind of, I don't know if he scapegoated Trossard, because Trossard was doing bits, and I don't know, just because Jesus is fit, he's not started any games since then. And arguably, in terms of chemistry, the games before Jesus came back in, we looked better with Trossard's movement at the time. I'm not saying he's a better false nine as Jesus, but at the time. So I don't know. It's like Arteta's scared to. I know Jesus is a confidence player. That's the only reason I think he's still been starting, because he was on a scoring run. So keep him in the side. But if things aren't working out, don't be scared to pull him out for Trossard, innit? Like, and he's definitely a massive asset to our squad, but he has missed a lot of chances against Southampton. He was eating grass way too many times for me, man. Like, he's always on the floor. Like, bro, get up. Are you a rabbit or something, bro? Stop eating grass, man. Get up, strength.
Now, where's Eddie though? Your defense.
Eddie.
You know what? Do you know what? He did kind of step up in the absence. He's not really getting minutes now. Obviously, I know he's come back. That's a good point, Abs.
No, because Eddie was banging bare goals for the Arsenal, man. I told them, listen, when they was trying to tell me, they sent me when Nketiah scored a brace at my hands in it. I told them, listen, Eddie's a good player, innit? He's a good player. He's always been. Listen, he ain't like, he'll never be levels. He won't be like, I don't know. He won't be a top striker, but give him chances and he'll bang goals in it. Because like, even when his debut, who was it? Was it against Norwich or something? He came on and scored within like 2 minutes. But for some reason, Eddie don't get minutes no more. What's that all about?
No, but you know what? Right, it's going to be hard for Eddie to start games now because of the form Martinelli's in. Because since Eddie's been out of the team, he's scored like nearly every game, bro, or assisted every game. So that false nine movement really unlocks him as an attacking force. So I think Eddie's just going to have to deal with coming in for the last 20 minutes at best. I can't see him starting a game before the end of the season. I hear it, though, but it's just his movement doesn't work as well with Martinelli. And he's such a threat.
Bangs goals, though. It doesn't matter about movement. At the end of the day, if you're
but how we play, though, Abs.
No, bro, listen. If your striker bangs goals, then no one should care about how you playing it. Now, too many times people be like, oh, the false nine, the movement, this and that. Listen, when I grew up in football, I was taught that your striker is there to score goals. He's not there to do Rabonas or pass the ball around one man or do this and that. His aim is simple: get the ball to his feet and he'll bang goals.
Hey, France won a World Cup without their striker scoring, though. You get me?
Listen, Mbappe was their striker, innit?
He was playing on the wing, though, innit? So
Bro, listen, he's a striker. Just like
I hear you. I hear what you're saying about a striker's first main prerogative is to score goals. But if you see how Arteta sets up his side, it's like a false nine striker. His movement brings the wide men into the game. So I hear you. It's an option against certain. That's the thing with Arteta that frustrates me. There's certain games for me where Tierney hugging the flank is a good option for us in certain games, but predominantly the way Zinchenko plays is better. But there's certain games you just need to mix it up a little bit. So he's not been as rigid with his tactics this season as I maybe would have liked him to be.
It's going to be interesting, man. Massive game on Wednesday. We're going to move on. I'm just going to quickly go through some of the comments I've starred. Big up DZ-ish. She says, that's who Jesus was at City. Why is anyone surprised? Jesus missed three big chances against Southampton. He's never been clinical. Wolves FI, big up, bro. He says they're not winning the title. They're not title-winning players, despite City winning titles. They could always be replaced there. Interesting. Tad Bake says, Jesus is not a number 9. He's a second striker, false 9 at most. He is quality, though. And big up Betrayed. Yes, I was going to get through the super chat, so don't worry. Of course, man. Thank you ever so much. I appreciate that. He says City won at Anfield in 2021, which was the lockdown one year, which I was talking about. Arsenal's last win at the Etihad was 2015. So we're talking 8 years now going in to the big game on Wednesday. Thank you for the super chat as always, bro. And make sure everyone, people, you're liking the video. Make sure you're subscribing as well. On the way to 8K. Arsenal ignoring that the next 4 games are City away, Chelsea home, Newcastle away, Brighton home. Yeah, that is a tough run. Do you know what? This is why they needed to get that win on Friday, but they didn't. But we're going to move on now. Daps is not here, so he hasn't had his chance to kind of pressure Kunle. So he's been all right a bit today, even though we have put a bit of pressure on him. But yeah, man, we're gonna go on to my team. Even when I'm hosting, I don't really talk Man United too much, but I put in the
time. Don't worry, we got you, bro. We got you.
Yeah, Man United season, could it end today? Because listen, I can't swear no more here, but what the F happened on Thursday night? We had a De Gea madness. We had Maguire turning like a double-decker bus in Leicester Square. We had Martial. We had Martial getting injured by our own players, falling on his ankles. It was a disaster. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, I haven't woke up the next morning from a game in a long time now. Because I've seen us lose cup finals and stuff. Obviously, I've watched us for years now. But I woke up on Friday and I was fuming. And that shows to me how much I knew this loss got to me. Like, when we lost to you lot, Specs, and we got battered off the park, that was one of our worst performances away. This is up there in our top 3 with that. But I wasn't really as vexed when I woke up the next day. I was like, you know what, we got pops, like, it's done. But with that, I thought we could actually go there and beat Sevilla. We could have been in the semi-final. And now, 2 days later, we've got to play a Brighton team that everyone probably could agree that they play the top 3 best football in the league. City, Arsenal, and Brighton, I'd probably say. They play wicked football. They got high wingers. They got energy. They got press. Like, it's probably the worst team that I'd want to be facing other than Man City or Arsenal coming off a Thursday night. And I'm wearing the shirt today and hope that the players with Bruno back can do something. But if we lose today, it's just literally top 4. And I'm not even gonna try and bash Man United, right? Because the truth is, when we were doing these shows at the start of the season, I said we would get top 6 and I wanted to win a domestic cup. The fact that we're probably gonna get top 4 and we've already won a domestic cup, the season's actually been achieved in terms of what we set out to do. However, everyone knows it's like Arsenal in this position now. They set out for top 4, but when you're in the moment and you know you got a chance of grabbing something, you want it. So it would be disappointing for me to say, yeah, you know what? It's Sunday, and in the space of a week, we're not at the FA Cup and we're not at Europa League. But I don't know you, man. Do you think our season goes on today, or do you think, you know what? Brighton are this serious outfit, and this big pitch at Wembley, they are coming for us. What do you think, Specs? I'll come to you first on it.
I knew he was coming to me. No. Well, first of all,
getting ready.
Like, first of all, I know you for a short time, Ty, yeah, but I've never seen you yet go missing after a loss. You get what I'm saying?
Calling me out.
No, I'm just saying, because I was like, Cash was missing anyway. But he said, on DR school or the other side or whatever, but he was missing. But you, I was like, where's that? I knew you was pissed because you was gone, bro. Didn't hear from you again.
No, nothing.
But in terms of, look, man, all right, do you think you can beat Brighton today, bro? Or whenever you're playing them? Do you think you can beat them?
Right.
Are you confident?
If the best Man United can beat Brighton, do I think we're going to win today? Nah, I don't.
I don't think you will either. You get what I'm saying? I don't believe you will either. But it's the tricky one, man. It's Wembley. You get what I'm saying? You don't got. I know your players. Oh man. Mentally, you say you got experience. Do you get what I'm saying? It all depends how much that Seville game can go two ways, bro. After that, it's either it crushes you lot.
Yep.
Like you just can't believe what's happening.
We bounce back. Like,
or bounce back and say, don't forget who we are. We're Manchester United, bruh. Not no Brighton thing, Manchester. No, remember, you get me. But it all comes down to that. Like, I'll be honest. Like, even that last goal that when De Gea came out. Wow. Like, hold on. You know what's mad? Look at that guy. I'll be real, yeah. Everyone has shockers, bro. And I'm not really a guy to laugh and all that. Like, at games, like it's a shocker, isn't it? No. When I saw that, I was all relaxed. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I was busting up, but like in a humble. I was chilling by myself, and I was like, "Raw, you get paid that much to do that, bro? That's mad, bro. That's not acceptable." That is mad.
Nutshell, like that summed up everything about Thursday. You know when
everything, bro.
We know, yeah. I don't even Abs know it. Obviously, with Chelsea this year as well, the results they've had. Couldn't they not so much, of course, but you know when you know from the first 5 minutes this is going to be hell. Like I knew. Well, the first time I said to my boy, he was like, "My brother come round, run this little thing and that." And he was sitting on the sofa, and I was like, "You know, we could go out like tonight, yeah, and I think they'll beat us, and we could lose on Sunday." It seems over. He's like, "Ty, man, it's kick back on the sofa, man. It's only Sevilla. We got this." And like he was so confident, and I was like, "It's a final against the European heritage." He's like, "Ty, just kick back on the sofa and chill and enjoy it." I was like, "Oh my god!" And then come like he was at my yard watching it. But when the guy done, I think he's like he wanted to pick up my own remote and dash it at the TV, and I was like, "This is why I tell you not to get excited." Have you not watched Man United this year? Yes, we've been good, and obviously Ten Hag has improved us and obviously done better than what a lot of people thought we'd do. But have you seen us away from home? 3 Newcastle, 4 Brentford, 7 Liverpool, 6 City. Our away form has been whack. And you know me, Kunle knows, any man will know. I know Cass, obviously, big up Cass, my brother. He's obviously more the hype man. He will try and gas it and keep us going. But I can't, you know me, I just keep it 100 all the time. Like, we've been boxed in some away games this year. And
it's fact. It's there, though. It's fact. It's
I'm not even going to sugarcoat it. Like, I know that today's going to be a hard game. And that's why I'm like, oh, this away. And it's not a away game. It's a neutral thing. But, you know, we didn't even fly back to Manchester. We flew straight to London because I got a call this morning from my brethren who's like,
"Oh, you did?"
Yeah. One of my brethren like's got a little bit of a connect to the club, and he said the players were so tired they flew to London instead straight away instead of going back to Manchester and commuting down. The players are like, "Nah, we just need to rest." They went to the hotel early and just rested. That does not fill me with confidence.
No, but then in that case, you could be like, they would have got the extra sauna session, so they should be all right.
Yeah.
All I gotta say, Ty, is konnichiwa.
Yeah, you
watch
know.
Out, watch out for Mitoma today, innit? That's what
I
say.
I hope your dreads are plaited. I hope you're ready. If his dreads are plaited and I see them proper, yeah, he's on job. If I come there and I see them picky and that, yeah, he's at a late night. He's not on it.
But to be fair, Basaka, I saw some crazy stat that he's only been dribbled past once this season, bro.
It's
insane.
insane.
It's like his one-on-one is a madness, bro.
He
can't do anything else. Going forward, carrying the ball is horrible.
See what it is with Aaron though, because I read somewhere that apparently he used to be a winger when he was younger. So
yeah, he was.
I don't know how that one worked out.
How was he dribbling when he was younger then? Because what he's doing now with the ball carrying, bruv, mad thing. One-on-one, you ain't getting past him, bruv.
Do you generally think though? What you think Brighton are just gonna? Do you think they're gonna do a job?
Yeah, 3-1 to Brighton today for me, bro. 3-1 to Brighton. I think the fans will be up for it.
The only question I got to you is I think Brighton play great football, but that striker Ferguson, obviously he's out. Welbeck.
What? Hey, what did you say about Danny? Danny back at his old club, Wembley. The fans are behind him. This is what you're gonna see from Danny. Danny Welbeck is scoring today. If you're betting, man. If you're betting, man, remember you heard it first. Danny Welbeck is scoring a goal at Wembley today.
That's the us, I think Danny Welbeck's not that guy. Like, can they?
But against Man U, he's scoring.
Will they have all the ball but not score? You know them games.
Yeah. It's going to
Brighton could do that. Brighton could have all the ball. I remember us. We used to dominate teams in the FA Cup and that. And then you could imagine, we don't score. And then Portsmouth. I even remember one game at Old Trafford against semi-final Portsmouth. Everyone remembers that. The 1-0. Battered them. They would score 1-0. Real Ferdinand had to end up in goal or something like that when I was younger.
I remember
you remember that? Like, it can just happen where Brighton have loads of the ball, and then we've just got Bruno back, and we just score out of kind of nothing. I don't care how we win. I wouldn't mind if it's like that because I know that we can score. That's the difference. I don't know if Brighton have got like goals in them. They dominate the ball.
Guy Welps. That guy Welps.
Now listen, all I'm gonna say is this, innit? When the bright nights are shining, the big players step up. So today we'll see who really has the minerals in it because Rashford world class. He's a very good player, but he's not world class for me. Bruno world class, same thing. So if they're really world class, they'll step up on the big stage, innit? But the Chubby's got something for me, innit? He's got something for me today.
Tell them.
He's got something. He's got Moses, Levi, Colwell, all of them. They've got something for me today. They do.
But the only thing that can work in Man U's favor today, because I know I'm saying 3-1 and us. There is a potential other angle of this game. Brighton could get lost in the occasion. I mean, I don't know if they've ever been to Wembley. When the last time they went. So the occasion might get the better of them. But if they get an early goal, brother, oh my. FaceTime.
It could be interesting.
We have to score first.
Yeah,
I actually feel like that's that type of game you don't want to go 1-0 down in. But then again, like, are we? This is me, the Man United side coming out. Now, big up Sophia says I think we could win 2-1. Are we just discrediting Man United a bit just because they had a tough game against Sevilla on the Thursday? They've still got. I know Maguire and Varane are out. I mean, Maguire, Varane, and Martinez.
Pissed that Maguire's not playing today. Man.
Yeah, he can't. It's going to be Lindelof and Shaw, and then obviously Malacia probably, Bruno, Casemiro, maybe Fred or Ericsson. Like I don't know which one, but can Man United still? Like, are we discrediting them too easy? I don't think we'll win, but I know that I think we can on a good day. Specs don't think we're going to win. Abs doesn't. You don't, but like, are you overconfident on the Brighton thing? Like,
no, not over. Not over.
Because of the occasion, I'm not.
Not over. And hold up, let me just say something. I never said Brighton would win. I said I hope they do, innit?
So you think United are going to win?
Unfortunately, Manchester United are going to do it. They always do at Wembley. Collect the win and go to the final. That's they're normally doing it now. It's jarring, but it's what it is, man. Like, these guys, they'll find
destined for a Manchester derby final. Yeah, is that what you're saying,
bro? To be honest, it won't be.
It'll beat them.
Listen, it'll be a half Manchester derby anyway because all their fans are like 10 minutes away from the stadium. The United fans, so it's minor anyway.
Massive. No, man. And it also depends. Like, Ty, quick question here, because it gets me a bit mad when I hear some of United fans here. Or maybe I'm not speaking on all of them, on behalf of all of them, but this whole De Gea thing, yeah? Are you with that crowd that says, no, we need to get rid now, change him? Are you that guy, bro?
For Man United, I think my signal okay? Is my signal moving all right?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, bless. I'll be honest with you. Man United need a new goalkeeper. I think if Man United want to move forward, we need to get a new goalkeeper. I've always said, right, for time, he doesn't command his area enough. He's never have. He's not really good with the ball at his feet. He's a good shot stopper, but that's it. And I feel like if you want to be a rounded goalkeeper, you need to at least have 2 of the 3 things when you're competing at the highest level. And I think just to be a shot stopper for me isn't enough. Nick Pope and that comes out, commands the area, claiming crosses, corners and all that. Relieves the energy, like just gets on the floor and then you lot push back up. De Gea never off his line. They just bully him at corners. Every corner the team has, I'm nervous. You know what I'm saying? Every time the ball's at his feet, I'm nervous. So I'll be honest with you. Where I'm at, Specs, is that Man United are in a position where we need a striker, we need a midfielder, we need another centre back because obviously we can't rely on Varane with the injuries, and we know Maguire's not good enough. So it's not a priority because I want to get the 3 positions. However, if it was like, right, we've got loads of money to spend and we're definitely going to get 4 or 5 players in the summer, a goalkeeper would definitely be on that list for me because I love the guy. He's been here 12 years, but I just want someone that, you know, just makes me feel calm. Van der Sar, you remember this, yeah? Because I know you're a couple years older than me, yeah? Van der Sar was never like amazing, right? Like in terms of top 3 keepers in the world. But you know when Van der Sar
he was
dropped,
Van der Sar was
sick. Yeah, no, he was very sick. But, you know, when we signed him from Fulham for 30, when he was 37 or 36 or whatever, and it was like 2 million pounds. No one's talking about, oh, he's the best keeper in the world and that. You know what I'm saying? So, but when we signed him, he always gave us a 7 out of 10 consistent.
He done his thing, bro. What do you mean?
Yeah, bro. Exactly. He done his thing, but that gives defense confidence. It's like Tomori, Tomori the other day was like, oh, when we had Mike Maignan back now, we just feel so different with him behind us. I just feel like if I'm a fan and every time I'm at Old Trafford or whatever, I'm nervous and De Gea's on the ball, I know these players are feeling it as well. So I just feel like he's done 12 years. It's time to just change things up, man. And you know what summed it up, you man? The press conference before Sevilla, you man must have seen the quotes. Ten Hag was like, he's a complete goalkeeper. He does this, he does this.
I didn't see that.
And then I was like, the day after, he must have backed the gear to the hills. I didn't even get the quote.
That's why he got confident to make that pass to Maguire, innit?
I got this.
Managers behind me. Yeah, 100%.
No, but you know what? I'll be real though. I think with Ten Hag though, I don't even think it was more than that because we don't know. I don't know his net behind the scenes, so it might be a case of the best. The best managers, even like because what was it the start of the season against Brentford when you got slapped 4-0, he even come out and said, "I take full responsibility for this thing today, innit? The losses on me." So it might just be a case of to the public, he's backing him so that it doesn't.
You can't. Do you know what? You can't
throw your number one on the
exactly. Because
who do you have to play next after him? It's a long thing, isn't it? Who's your backup keeper? You know what I'm saying? Hey, big up Babs though. Big up Abs. Hey, Lukaku scored today. He's getting ready to return to Chelsea and that. Big up.
Oh, is it Inter winning? Yeah.
Yeah, Inter winning still.
Leave that guy in Italy, bro. He can deal with the carbonaras and the pennies and the meatballs and all of that. He can stay as far away from macro as possible, bro.
What? Nkuku and Lukaku strike force next season, bro. What?
Nah, bro. Listen, we're getting your bear Kunle. We're getting Victor.
What? Nketiah?
The Don Victor.
Victor, stay away from Chelsea, man. Don't ruin your career, bro. Stay away. Don't ruin my boy. I beg, please. Don't ruin our Super Eagles.
The last Nigerian we had won the title with us, Victor Moses. So we'll bring another one, and he'll also be successful.
He'll be bad boy at you lot. I feel like he got that job, but kind of like them bullet headers. He's got that aura about him, and he wants to.
He'll be a bad boy in a team that has a plan, bro. He's gonna get killed at Chelsea. There's no plan.
Let's not gas him up, man. It's just rumors right now, isn't it? Summertime will come in. Summertime will come. We'll talk about that.
Victor 2023 to SWC.
I love that. But now let's see, man. Don't forget Man United games on BBC today as well. So that's where everyone can watch that, see if we get cooked or if we make the final, then we could play Man City. We're going to touch on now. Then we're going to talk on the Newcastle Spurs thing as well. Actually, no, we'll do Newcastle. Well, I expect to say we'll do Newcastle. But guys, make sure you keep liking the video. Make sure you subscribe. 200 of you here, people. Make sure you subscribe to Tunnel TV, One Touch TV, and Geordie Dread TV as well, man. Make sure you support the man. Them a big up Abs for coming on as always. Obviously, you guys are getting used to his face as well.
Sorry, real quick. Sorry, have you seen Tottenham's midfield?
Who's starting?
Oh no!
Oh my lord, bro! It's gonna be a long day.
We're gonna see all the videos where he
don't jinx it, bro. Don't jinx it.
Skip, come to Newcastle.
I ain't seen it with
Højbjerg, bro.
This is Højbjerg.
Skip and Sarr, bro.
Oh, Skip and Højbjerg, innit?
And Sarr, Papi Sarr, whatever his name.
Wait, mine's not got Sarr starting.
He is starting.
Go to the fantasy thing.
Oh wait! He's playing Sarr centre back.
No,
left centre back.
Unless he's gone to a back four because he must have gone to a back four because he's got Porro, Romero, Dyer, and Perisic. Yeah, he's going to have to play a 4-3-3. He's changing it up. He's allowed the back three.
Ross.
He's trying to match some. Okay, I know what he's doing.
Matching you lot. Yeah, he's matching you lot specs.
Yeah, trying to match. Yeah.
Okay. Joe Linton, Isaac, and Murphy. So Joe Linton's playing in the front three, or Willock will be, and then you've got Willock, Mahrez, Longstaff. Okay. Your bench is not bad though, because you got Almiron back on the bench. You know, Gordon obviously with the pace at Wilson as well. Okay.
So you either play Joe Linton on the left, then probably. on the left hand side, and then
yeah,
Isaac on the right.
we saying on it, Specs, man. Talk. This is your time, man, because
It's mad.
I'm
Yeah,
not gonna lie. If you win today, your
no, we need to win
Spurs
today.
is top.
Yeah.
It's top 4, basically. One hands on it. Like this is huge. This is huge. You know.
No, this is bigger than huge, bro. You understand? If we win today, in my head, well, I let the secret out now, but in my head, I'll be like, yeah, we're cool. But right now,
cool, bro? What does that mean? What do you mean we're cool?
Nervous,
what does that mean?
Huh?
You said that means we're cool. What do you mean? Define what we're cool means.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, man. I don't want to jinx.
Nah. Let the listeners, let the followers know, bro.
This is your moment.
I feel 70-80% confident that we can carry on now. Got Everton next.
That's not what you said, bro. You said we're cool. You said we're cool, bro.
You're basically feeling how Kunle was in the league a month ago, but you didn't want to say it, and then he's like, "I'm 70."
Yeah, I'm just saying, if we beat Spurs today, bro, that is a big like going forward for the top 4, because obviously we're going to be 6 points in front of them and still have.
Okay,
so
let me flip it then. Let me try, because you're doing this sort of like tiptoeing thing. I rate it.
No, calm down a little bit, innit? I ain't gonna lie, bro.
But Ty, he started off saying we're cool. It's only because we pressed him that he changed it up a little bit. Do you get me?
You knew what I meant by cool. The viewers know what I mean, bro.
What did you mean? Tell us exactly what you meant.
Specs, the public who are watching might not know.
They can't read your mind, bro.
Alright, let me just hold right now, yeah. Get real rush on them. Look, everyone I'm saying, yeah, you understand? Overstand, yeah. If we beat Spurs today, I feel we can go on and get this top 14 Champions League. That's what I feel.
And
then we're gonna start doing big stuff.
That's what Callum Wilson's watching right now. That's what he wants to hear.
Lukaku, second goal, bro.
How is it, bro?
But the wickedest thing is, I feel nervous a bit. You get what I'm saying? I feel a bit nervous, like because look, Spurs are weird, bro. When people don't expect them to win, they start doing a weirdness. But we're at home, though. We got our 12th man. Our fans, get me, best in the world. Don't care what anyone says. That is going to be that. St. James is going to be rocking, bro. You get what I'm saying? It's going to be rocking. Like, it might get interrupted by that whole government 3 p.m. alarm thing that's going on. You get me? But I don't know if you heard about that, but that's off subject. You will hear it on your phone at 3 p.m. Your phone will alarm up.
I didn't know that was legit.
Oh, swear down.
No, it's real, bro. It's today, bro. 3 p.m.
Oh, right. It's real. Okay.
Yeah, it's real. Whether on silent or not, St. James is going to hear bare alarms in St. James for 10 seconds. But anyway, back to the game. Trust me, I'm a bit nervous a little bit. That's all week I've been a bit like, You get what I'm saying, bro?
You know what? This is why I like asking questions, because are you nervous? Because, okay, for example, and Kunle and Abs will get this. When you played Man United, yeah, you remember a few weeks ago and you beat us, you probably wasn't nervous because you had this notion of like, okay, it's Man United. If they beat us, I can understand because it's Man United. You even said like when you're watching the game, you ain't gonna take these chances. You thought we'll get one and maybe just grind out.
I was shocked. Oh yeah, I was shocked.
Exactly. But because you're playing Tottenham, yeah, obviously Kunle knows about the Tottenham form. He watches the results. Abs knows about the Tottenham form. He watches the results. I do, of course. Is that because you know that you think you can beat them and the expectation is like Kunle said, look at that Spurs team. It's like everyone's thinking Newcastle have won. Does that mess with your head? And that's what makes you more nervous because it's like, if we don't beat this Spurs team that everyone's saying we should beat, rather than if you're playing City, everyone's like, oh, they're going to beat you.
Spot on, because the pressure's flipped now. It's different now.
You've got the pressure now.
It's getting a bit like, Eddie knows it as well. Do you get what I'm saying? Ask him how the players dealing with it, especially from that last pumping we got from Villa. But we won't get into that right now. But all that's in their heads as well. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, I just feel like it's on us. Because sometimes at home can be pressure. Don't get it twisted. They might be like, yeah, we're the 12th man. Yeah, we've got the flags out, war flags. You get me? But that can put pressure sometimes because this is it now. Like, okay, Newcastle, what are you, man, saying? This is it, innit? Today is the day. You get what I'm saying? You're playing against your competitive. Who would have thought that? Bloody hell, last year. Your competitive rivals for a top 4 Champions League.
This is a definition of a 6-pointer. Like, no, this is
it's long. If we draw, I'll be vexed, but it wouldn't be the end of the world. But if we win, we have to go for the win. No, that same intensity against Man U, I want to see that from the get-go. Keep going, bro.
What do you think of it, Abs? Do you think they're going to bring that energy, Abs?
Bro, I reckon they might. And listen, you know, as I said, the same thing applies to Newcastle, obviously on a smaller scale. But when the bright lights are shining, your big players have to step up. So this is crunch time, man. They got to do it. And listen, the only thing that will go in your favor is Harry Kane will probably have a quiet game because when the big moments come up, he does go missing. So you don't need to worry about him. But listen, Newcastle, they've had a good season, man, and they deserve it because their fans have been through the real trials and tribulations. And
you're telling me,
up Specs.
You're telling me. I know it, bro. No, at one point, I didn't watch Match of the Day for about 5 years, bro. Peak, bro.
Oh, listen, it's mad like that now.
Is that because you weren't in the Prem or you just didn't like watching it?
Nah, cheeky. Nah, hey, don't. The championship is not as easy as hey. Don't. It's the championship, you know, bro. The championship, you get me. But I've seen it all, bro. I've seen Champions League, and I see us play bloody. I can't remember some of the names. Some of the teams we played when we was relegated are now in League Two, bro, or in the national panorama. You get me? Football's mad. I've seen it all, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Trust me, like Newcastle, they just have to do that. Then I like what what's Peck's saying here, because unlike Kunle with this, it's a print game to Anfield. Man saying straight, listen, we have to collect 3 points. It's 3 points or 9. It has to be 3 points or 9.
That's at home. We were away, bro. Stop doing that.
No. Listen, it's a big game. You're supposed to collect 3 points. You was 2-0 up. It's the same energy here, bro. You can't be losing these games, innit? If you want that top 4 spot, then you have to
want it, bro.
Do you know what? Let me ask you, Spexy, and I want to see what Kunle and I think. If you don't win today, do you think you could do a potential Arsenal and just derail, and then you don't get top 4 at all? Like the implications of you losing, do you think it could have a massive impact on the rest of the season, or do you think, do you know what? If we lose today, we can still just go again? Because I can't remember who your next games are in that, and like that.
We got Everton, and we got someone else after that. But
it's Everton. That's what I'm saying. It's Everton away.
On Wednesday. Away, but on Wednesday, and that's a hard one. But we got to do what we got to do, bro. Do you get what I'm saying? But in terms of if we don't beat them, do I think it's over in a sense like that? Not necessarily, because Spurs are Spurs, and Man United can still slip up a little bit as well, because they look a bit weird right now. Do you get what I'm saying? Certain plays, whatever, and that blah blah blah. So I wouldn't necessarily say, but because we're nearly there, just get the win. I want the win, bro. Like, allow me, innit? Like, I ain't seen my team in the Champions League for 20 years, bro. And even during that time, I wasn't even dreaming about Champions League anyway, bro. You get what I'm saying? Like, but at the beginning, I was happy with a Europa Conference. Are you mad? I'm cool with that. Just to see any European team. Get me, but we're here now, bro. That's the thing. We're here. We've been there for most of the season. You get what I'm saying? So it's like now I can't lie to myself or the viewers or Newcastle viewers and be like, nah, it's cool. If we start slipping up, but we finish 7th, it's all right. No, I'll be vexed.
In the moment now, you want top 4. End of.
Yeah, bro. And we've been there for this long now, and it's like, obviously we got back in and we'll move forward. But what a better season or chance, should I say, to get top 4. And if we do, and I say with my chest, all you man better watch out for next season, bro.
Well, couldn't hear that.
If we get top 4, going forward, recruitment, rare. Trust me, bro. Teams like Arsenal, Man U, and the will take over. I firmly believe that, bro. You man, I firmly believe that, bro. If we get Champions League,
in the Premier League.
Huh?
Joel are lifting the Premier League title. Is that what we're saying?
And look, I wouldn't go that far. I'm just saying we'll always be in and around that, bro.
Specs, what do you reckon about this? If you lot get in Champions League, Eddie Howe loses his job before Christmas.
I've heard this all.
Listen.
Let me explain. The reason why I reckon
I don't need that.
If you lot get Champions League this season, that lack of pressure that Eddie Hearn's been having over the last year, it increases tenfold, bro. So the expectation changes. You lot got to win something now. It's going to be the first time he's coming into a summer where he's got a lot of money and Newcastle look like really attractive now. So what does he do? Hold on. It's going to be like, without you knowing it, bro, it's going to be from your fans, my guy. And And what's been happening with us all season, where the rivals have forced the pressure on it, even though we tried to deflect it, it's gonna be tenfold for you lot next season. And I don't know if Eddie Hearn can handle that sort of pressure.
Why are you putting Eddie Hearn, bro? Put some respect on his name, bro. Who's Hearn, bro?
Eddie Howe, sorry, Eddie Howe, bro.
That's a mistake. Are you trolling?
Oh, I thought you were trolling.
I thought you were trolling, bro, twice.
Oh,
Nah, look him up. He's out of order. No respect. That's even worse. That's even worse. He wasn't even trolling. Like, remember his name, man.
Sorry, Eddie Howe, my bad.
Eddie Howe. No, bet. Now you're mocking, man. You're mocking the team, bro. Lock him up, man. He can't. Out of order.
You've got to rub with that one now. Next week, just say Eddie Hearn.
Eddie Hearn, my guy, bro. Eddie Hearn all day, bro. He's gonna struggle next year if they get.
But you know what? I hear what you're saying.
If you get top 6, I think you'll be fine. You'll get Champions League easily.
I heard the narrative that, like, from other fans or whatever, even pundits, like, whatever, like, if he gets top 4, like, even Stan Collymore, he's been saying it for time now, even more.
This comment
if they get top 4, they're like, sack Eddie, just sack him and bring in Nagelsmann, just keep it moving. I'm like, what do you mean just sack him? What kind of wicked world are we living in, bro? Like, come on, bro.
No, you can't sack him. You obviously can't sack him, but I don't reckon he'll be able to handle the pressure.
No. Sometimes good Chelsea don't give a damn sometimes about them situations. You can finish bloody third and say, no, we don't want you. Well, the next man, keep it moving. But I just don't think our hierarchy is like that right now.
Don't
you get me?
No, you have to keep a man that gets you Champions League football. You have
Come on, bro. Yeah, man, madness.
No, but you know what is though with Eddie Howe, right? Listen, and this is where
Don King, you know.
Don King.
Man said Don King, you know. No, but even with Eddie Howe, though, the thing is, right, unlike a son of an English manager, I won't say his name because I'll get called a hater if I say his name. However, he's shown that he can actually do it on the big stages as well. Like, he's shown this season he can get a team playing a consistent brand of football. There's substance to it, unlike a certain Graham Potter with his hipster ball, no goals and all that. So, listen, if he gets them in Champions League, it's basically an assessment thing, isn't it? Just assess it, see where it goes.
Of course.
He'll have more companies to work with, so he'll have a better pool of players to see what go on. And who knows, maybe he might develop as a manager with them players as well, and he might lead you to the title. So,
well, like, see, why I rate Eddie, and this is no cap, even before they put his name in, while Steve Bruce was still in charge, before the takeover, I've always said I like Eddie, bro. Like, man actually watches his videos and his mic'd up videos. How you get me? Even though he got relegated, that was a weird season there, but I was still rooting for him, like a British manager. And what I like about him, which is rare, he's gone for relegation, he's gone through his little heartbreak, whatever, with Bournemouth, and man's come back, bro. Like, this man was called a coward by certain people on the radio station because he didn't take the Celtic job. But that could have been family reasons or any reasons, but they called him a coward, bro. People are laughing at him, like, nah, Eddie, and I was shocked, bro. I'm like, raw. So I'm happy for him that he's come back and he's actually improved, like someone improves themselves. You have to rate that. You get what I'm saying? And I want to see a British manager back in the Champions League.
With Eddie Howe, obviously, if he gets top 4, remarkable achievement. He probably should. Obviously, Pep wins the treble, he's going to get Manager of the Year. But Eddie Howe's right up there for that trophy, to be honest, Manager of the Year. Do you think, Specs, though, that he can go into that next level and take you to that next level? Like, because obviously, once you get, couldn't they said, once you get top 4, I'm not going to say all the fans, but some of the fans will then say, right, well, I want to get top 4 again because obviously you're strengthened. And if he doesn't have a great season, finishes in the top 8, they might think of that as a big drop-off. And really, it's not the biggest drop-off because where you are heading. But if you sign the right players and stuff like that, do you think that next year he'll be able to, like, keep that consistency up? Like, right now, your gut instinct, do you think, like, this time in May next year, Eddie Howe is still comfortable in finding the job?
Yeah, he'll still be there.
I think he'll still be there, bro. Like, see, what's important for Eddie,
like, if you got Champions League or not Champions League, which question is that?
No, I just said right now, hypothetically, this time next year in May, do you think he would have done a good enough job to be comfortable in the position?
If they don't get Champions League, yes. If they do, no.
I think either way, I think it'd be cool. But see, what I plot with Eddie, and I could be wrong, this is my opinion. I get a bit scared if like they start trying to bring certain name brand players. You get what I'm saying? Or egos, because that's not his team, bro. Do you get what I'm saying? He's an improving coach, and it's a bit tricky when you.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's like you
I
can't.
have a question for you about
it's
that.
It's a tricky one, bro. You know, it's like you get success, but then it can backfire at the same time. Like, okay, you're here now, bro. Yeah, there you go. Have them man there, and it's like,
okay,
Eddie, you get me, brother. Like, it's tricky, bro. Because the players we've got is from heart and coaching right now. If you check it,
I'm not trolling. No, there's a disclaimer. I'm not trolling.
Not trolling.
So, can you see? I'm gonna give you three names. Now, two names. Let me not overdo it. So, man like Almiron and Joe Linton, do you honestly see them performing at the rate they were this season, next season?
Yeah. Almiron, I'm a bit scared because like he's 29 now, and the way he plays is high intensity guy, forward back. But what's weird about him, he's kind of blossomed at this stage now. So injury-wise, I'll be a bit concerned, intensity, extra games. But in terms of just, if you're saying general, kind of, would they keep up that performance and that heart? I think so, bro.
And the reason I asked you that question is because I see him as one of them. Remember that one season that what's his name, Fraser had for Bournemouth, where he like had bare assists and stuff like that. I knew that he's never going to replicate that form ever again. But obviously, the masses were getting excited, thinking, "Oh, this is it." Arsenal fans even wanted to sign him. I'm like, "You look all right." He had a great year, cool, man. But Almiron ain't hitting no sort of numbers like this. It's same. Remember when Lingard had that spell at West Ham? Yeah. Every real football man knew that was the best of Lingard, and we're never going to see that form ever again. Certain players just have that run where everything just works for them in a season, and then they fall off. I think Joe Linton and Almiron. I don't want to name anyone else because you might.
But don't say cut you, bro. But don't forget, I'm a Newcastle man, so man on my team. Don't forget, yeah, they will do that from like mid like last season. Anyway, they've carried on. They've carried on that kind of vibe.
No, they haven't. Almiron was not doing nothing last season, bro. Almiron was doing nothing. Almiron weren't doing F all last season. Eddie come. That's why he got trolled by Grealish, bro. Let's not do that.
No.
Then Joe Linton, he's just a weird player, bro. Grealish would never have been able to say that if Almiron was already performing, bro. So let's be honest here.
No, what I'm saying, that was the start of it, bro. Like the change that I saw. Do you get what I'm saying? In him and Joe Linton, bro. You get what I'm saying? Don't give me the eyes, bro. I'm telling you, bro. You get what I'm saying? So they will carry on, bro. We'll carry on to next season. This is a different team, bro. Our team's different. You get me? Let us do our team quietly. And you'll see what
we'll see, man. We're gonna go on.
Man said quietly, then said Arsenal, Man U, and City should watch out next season. Which part of that is quiet?
No, but what? We can do our team quietly, but man, we'll still have to watch out, innit? Because it starts see man creeping like, raw. Okay. The man still about. You man don't want that. No one wants that anyway. The new narrative. Newcastle United are around, bruv. It adds more pressure now. Like Spurs don't want us around anyway. Facts. Because Daniel Levy and them man there, even Klopp and whoever, them man were like trying to do secret little messages to the Premier League saying, no, we can't have this. What's going on? Nah, bro. Newcastle United supply England's oil now, bruv. You feel me, dog? So, them man there, that ain't happening, bro. You get what I'm saying? Like, all that, that's dead, bro. We ain't going nowhere, bruv. You get me? We supply the oil.
Newcastle supplied Shell and BP with the petrol, yeah?
Bare things, bruv. Airplanes, everything, bruv. All the cars are driving now.
What were you going to say, Abs, as well, man? And then we'll move on.
Newcastle took our chains, man. They said, no, Chelsea can't supply the oil no more, so they sent it up north, innit? But listen, but I'll say this though, innit? How can you be quiet on it when Newcastle fans have all started coming out again? Now I'm starting. Now anytime I go out, when I'm at home, I go chicken cottage or whatever, I see bare man wearing Newcastle shirts. I see this and that. They say, "Hey, listen, we're coming back for our chains. We're coming back for this and that." So listen, we'll see though. Innit? I'm rooting for Newcastle, because it'll be nice to see something different.
Yeah. Until when though? Because I had a lot of man keep saying we're rooting for Newcastle until when?
No, but
until they get into a title challenge, bro.
End of the season, that's it.
No, because here's the thing though, innit? And I'm gonna say this as respectfully as possible. Clubs next City, I'm not saying Newcastle don't have history next City. They do, But clubs like City, Newcastle, I don't care about them. It's the three clubs like Arsenal, Man United, Liverpool, who I actively don't like with a passion. I don't like those clubs. I want to see them suffer. I want to see their fans. So if Newcastle are winning the league, I don't care in it. It's not that deep.
Nah, and I'll second that. And I know, obviously, this year I've met Daps. I'm not gonna lie, the first City fan I've ever met in it. Like, other than this year, I'll be honest with you, I'm not even trying to troll. Like,
but the other guy, what's his name? What's the other guy's name?
Hamza. Sorry, Hamza as well. Hamza and Daps. Those are the only two City fans I know. Up until this season, I was enjoying City winning titles because for me, City are way behind the rest in it. So I was like, yeah, if Arsenal can't win it, I don't mind if City win it. But now I know Daps and Hamza, obviously with this YouTube thing and the back and forth. Yeah, for just so I could take the smile off their face, I wouldn't mind them not. But I don't care about City until they have double figures league titles, bro. Once that happens, then I'll take them seriously.
So you don't care about us.
Far off, bro.
So couldn't say you don't care about us. We don't have double-digit league titles.
Nah, bro. All I want to say is that we don't really care about you.
You don't care about
me. I care about Liverpool and Man U, bro.
You're coming back.
Liverpool and Man U.
No, next year, you know what?
You're our junior brother.
Next year, it's actually going to be mad, because I feel like we're going to have so many teams that are all investing, and all these teams like Chelsea back in it, Liverpool back in it, United, Arsenal strengthening, Newcastle going to strengthen even more. It's going to be chaos next year. Like, we think this year's been mad on streams. Oh my God, I can't wait.
It's going to be a madness still. It's going to be a madness.
Brighton, man, are going to be on streams next season, Let's not
Oh my days. Big up Ryan N with the super chat, man. He says if you get top 4, he's earned time and respect, and that's in regards to Eddie Howe. And I think 100%, obviously, no one expected him to do that this year, so I completely agree with that. And appreciate the super chat as well. Make sure you like the video, people. Make sure you subscribe as well. We're going to do like another 5-10 minutes. Then we're going to wrap it up and everyone gets a little bit of a break before the Newcastle Tottenham game. And obviously Man United game follows after that on BBC as well. Keep liking the video, subscribing to the Mandem's channel, Geordie Dread TV, One Touch TV, Tunnel TV. You can stay on here now if you're watching on your phones. Make sure you do that. And most importantly as well, let's get this to 100 likes, man. Please make sure if you haven't already hit the thumbs up, make sure you hit the like on the video, please. It massively helps the channel and goes a long way, man. But yeah, I just want to quickly get thoughts on City. Abs, in regards to the treble, Riyad Mahrez, obviously he's one of them players we know, obviously silky baller, wavy baller. When he's obviously not playing, he's frustrated. Bernardo's been playing in them big games against Bayern Munich for the work rate and stuff like that. But, Riyad Mahrez is one of them guys. As soon as you put him in, he stays ready. He's always ready to perform, and he's got that amazing left foot, man. It's like Robin, isn't it? When you can't stop him, even though you think you know what they're going to do. And yesterday he got a hat-trick. I know it's only Sheffield United, but when you are playing for Pep, you need to come in and kind of show him why you need to play me, basically. Yeah, and like yesterday, a hat-trick. They're through to the final. Is this treble alive, man? What are you saying, Abs?
Bro, listen, I'll be real. When it comes to this treble thing, there's a chance. However, that chance is gonna get, it's gonna get burned out quick and like extinguished, because you're forgetting about a certain man. He lives in Madrid. He goes by the name of
Mercedes-Benz.
The big body Benz. He's gonna send them fools packing again. Because listen, I don't care if City win the league. I don't even care if they win FA Cup. The one thing they can't win is Champions League. They can't win it. Like, they can't. If they win Champions League, you'll start seeing City shirts all over the country. All of them will have Hamza's army that how you don't really see City fans doing that apart from Hamza. They'll all start coming out and carrying with chest and all that. So but yeah, it's well on for them at night. This could be the crowning achievement in Guardiola's career, that he's built up so much sustained success at Man City so far. He would have matched Fergie's record as well. So convos to be had time. I'm sorry, bro, but
I don't know about matched, but yeah.
No,
I hear what you're saying though. I hear what you're saying.
Because it's because Fergie, if I'm not wrong, he done 2 3 in a rows, but then one of them he won a treble, and the other one he just won a Champions League and Premier League. So if Guardiola goes on and does this, a treble, that he's matched Fergie's best achievement, really. So
I'm not gonna lie though. For me, and I hate that I'm about to say this because it's so annoying, Pep,
I know,
needs to do something spectacular to surpass Fergie for me, bro.
I'm not saying he will. I'm not gonna lie to you. No, but I'm not saying he would have surpassed Fergie because obviously I'm not going to say that.
He's not even equaled him.
You're just saying in terms of individual achievement, he's matched the highest one.
Yeah.
He hasn't won as many. Yeah, I think that's what Abs means.
Okay, I hear that.
In terms of like one season, you get me?
Yeah.
They've done the 3 in one season.
Okay, I respect
and then obviously because they won it, and then they won the treble. So in terms of individual, I get the season. Well, no one else, apart from doing what Barcelona did, when they won 7 or something, they won a Super Cup, Cup, like that mad thing. You don't really get teams to do that. But I do hear you, Abs. But bro, I'm gonna break it down to you as a rival fan. If City don't win the treble, I think they're going to be disappointed, bro, because they've got the league if they want to beat Arsenal and kick on. Champions League, this Real Madrid team, I don't think they have gears. Like, they play, but they don't have levels. I think City can beat them, especially when the second leg's back at the Etihad. And then, look, you got the FA Cup. They're going to potentially play us in the final. We haven't even got our best centre-backs. We can beat them in a one-off game. Don't get me wrong. Anything can happen in football. We know in a one-off game we can beat them. But I'll be honest with you.
Wait a minute, Ty. I hope you lot all clock that there. That little, I'm not confident about today, but we could play City in the FA Cup final. You saw that? What Ty just did?
No, don't
early
try,
on, he said he's not confident about
flip
today, but he just slotted in. We potentially could be playing them. Why did you say Brighton?
That's the outcome. That's the outcome, isn't it?
I want to you, bro.
But bro, I gotta be real with you, Ab. Sorry, they're not losing to Real Madrid, and then they're gonna play one of the Milan teams in the final. This is a walk in the park.
Nah, but this is it. This is it, though. Ben, a possessed Kareem is a problem. They've got nothing to play for in the La Liga anymore. That Barca have won La Liga. Let's get it right, innit? And you know when Ancelotti has that locked in on the Champions League, he's got nothing else. Like, close the back door, just go all out. And like, obviously, I would say Madrid are playing within themselves right now. It's just like, let's be honest, City all season, everyone was like, when they click in, it's going to be a madness. They've not fully clicked. So Madrid still have that button, especially in the Champions League. They're a different animal in that Champions League, bro. And they can switch it on any European night. If it's not Benz, it's the Bernabeu crowd. It's Vinny. Modric for some reason he's just spoiled for exceptional performances. He can raise it any day of the week. Like, you know what? Yeah, I think I'm going to turn up at the Etihad tonight, and he can turn up and boss the game. So although they are not as strong as they looked last season on their run, it's the Champions League and it's Real Madrid, bro.
But even last season, it wasn't like there was. But even last season, everyone says that Real Madrid was strong. If you actually look at every single game in terms of chances and all that,
they should have gone out in every round.
They shouldn't have gone through every single round. Now, I went to the game last season where Ben scored the hat-trick at the Bridge, innit? I went to that game. And I can't lie, as crap as we were that day, we had enough chances to at least make it level. So...
And the other day, if you had a number 9, you could have beat them. Let's be real.
No, listen, we weren't beating them with Cinderella as our left back, bro. Let's just keep it rolling.
Cinderella, mad.
The guy's genuinely.
You know, Cucurella does that. You know, couldn't he? You know, he dances in his kitchen on a Sunday and that, doing a little bit of Saturday.
No, Cucurella does TikToks though, but like, even what was it? I never thought we could go from Alonso to a worse left back, but now I've got Cinderella. I went from Ashley Cole. I used to watch Ashley Cole. Now I watch Mark Cucurella, man.
Yeah, it's a long day.
It is mad, man. City, man, they're just ticking all the boxes right now. I know that. Do you know what? The only question for me, and this is for me going into the Arsenal game and the Champions League, is I know it might not be a major thing in terms of goals or nothing like that, but you know what? And if there's any City fans here, I think Nathan Ake has been quality this season, right? And his injury against Bayern Munich, I just don't know how long it's going to keep him out for. But if you look at the 2 games they played against Arsenal, and couldn't they will know it, Saka is a very, very good right winger. We know he's like one of the best in Europe right now. But Ake had him in both them games. He played very, very well. Now he's out. Are they going to play Laporte in this 4 centre-back thing? And Laporte's not a proper left-back. Would that give Saka more of a chance? And then obviously when you're playing Real Madrid, obviously as a left-back, I know you got Rodrigo, who's not amazing, but he's still quick enough. He got past, like I think it was Chalobah when he nipped in there and then scored a good goal. Like, do you, man, think that this Ake injury could, give Pep a few problems in some of the bigger games? Not Sheffield United, I'm talking the bigger games. Because Ake, for me, has been top 3 players for City this year.
I don't think so. I don't know. Not much. Rather City, man. Do you get what I'm saying, bro? Like, that's what they got a squad in depth for, isn't it, bro? Do you get what I'm saying? Like, I don't think. Obviously, it'll be a difference because, like you said, he's been on fire, bro. He's been integral. You get what I'm saying? When he's playing, he plays in several positions. Do you get what I'm saying? So obviously, it'll be a miss. Do you get what I'm saying? But I don't think for me it's gonna be like a massive, like a Saliba thing. Saliba's out and also depends all over the place. Do you get what I'm saying? I don't think it'll be a thing like that. In my opinion.
Interesting. Some of the comments are saying he's going to be back. I don't know which game it's for. We said when injury happened, Aki's going to be a huge miss. Hoping he's back for the Madrid game. I say it looks like he's not going to be back for that game. Then Man City's a different animal this season. They've proven in the Champions League against Bayern with Haaland that they don't need possession to beat any team. What are you thinking, Kunle? Does that, just before we wrap up, and then I'll come to Abs as well, does that give you a bit of confidence actually going into the game against them on Wednesday that Saka won't be up against Aki? Because I'm trying to think of battles. Because in like big games, sometimes key battles can win games. People are saying Haaland against Holding already. Do you know what I'm saying? Because in the first game, he got a yellow card in the FA Cup or whatever, and he got dragged off. Is the Saka Aki one a nice one for you now he's not there?
Nah, for sure. Like I'm glad Aki's not going to be playing 100%. And I said it even before what happened, and I repeat again. Me and Daps have a bet, just so we know. I'm going to say it again on Never a Foul. I said we are not leaving City without at least a point. I'll say it now, and I'll say it again, bro. Like I'm not saying we're going to win this league, but I don't see us losing at the Etihad this season for some reason, man. Let's see. But the thing you were saying earlier about Mahrez, right? This is why I've been onto my fan base, because my fan base keeps saying Saka best right winger in the league. He's not better than Mahrez or Salah just yet. He's had a very he's probably had you could argue that he's had a better season than them, but he's not better than any of them yet. He still has a way to go.
I respect
if we won the league this season, I'll listen to conversations about Saka being world class, but that's not me agreeing. But he'd have to do that for me to even listen to that conversation. Do you get me?
I actually think that I agree with that, and I do agree that I think like you said, Mahrez's consistency. What are you saying, Abs, on general, that Mahrez thing, or even just the Aki and Saka battle next week? Do you think that plays into Arsenal's hands a bit?
Oh, listen, Pep's shown us bare times they can adapt to situations, and as far as he's concerned, as far as most things are concerned, City fans, although surprisingly they don't really get that many injuries compared to other teams, they don't necessarily, when injuries come, because they're such a well-oiled machine, there's not really, they don't really miss out like that. So,
did you notice Foden's not been in the team? I have not even noticed, bro.
No, he just come back from injury this weekend.
Yeah, literally.
No,
he's come back from injury this week.
He's fit and ready. And listen, Foden will probably do his thing next. He'll probably end up playing Rico Lewis at left back just to, try and to try and cover for him or something like that. So we'll see. Listen, and we'll see. It'll be interesting. Hoping City win the title. I don't really care if they win FA Cup. Ideally not, but hopefully. But that's not relevant. Just they can't win Champions League. If they win Champions League, then if they win Champions League, Man United get a trophy. Liverpool, them man there go somehow sneak a place into the top 4. I don't think they will, but let's just say they do. Then, listen. You ain't gonna see me on socials for a very long time.
Yeah, honestly, if City win the Champions League, that is the one. Like, I don't care if they win the league. I know people say about the 3P. If they win the league, cool, because it stops Arsenal as well. And I've got a big rivalry with Arsenal, especially from being down here as well. And then if Man United won a trophy and then City don't win the Champions League, cool. I'm sweet. I'm with Abs on that completely, man. But let's see what happens. We've done an hour and 28 minutes. We've got 25 minutes before the first game of the weekend kicks off. It's going to be a banger with Newcastle, Tottenham. So we're going to wrap it up here. Just quickly. Score prediction for the Tottenham Newcastle game, Kunle.
I'm gonna go 2-1 Newcastle.
Okay, yeah, do you know what? I'm gonna agree with that actually. Yeah, I think Tottenham will score. Yeah, I'm gonna go 2-1. I think Isaac will score as well. Abs, what are you saying?
That's a 2-1. Nah, bond that 3-0 Newcastle.
Raw pepper job, yeah. Okay.
Raw Sabs, you're not.
Listen, with Oliver Twist in midfield, there's no hope.
Man.
Jed, you lot better win today, boy.
Boy, I see a 2-2, but I hope we win, bro.
Look at him.
Don't lie, Specs. Tell us what you really mean.
Swear down, bro.
Tell us what you really mean.
That's how I feel, but I feel a 2-2. You get me? Leon said it. I think Alex said 2-1.
Specs was on the fence like this, Ty. I didn't know he was
No, I'm
offensive.
never
I know.
That's the man. Keep it
It's like
real.
you said,
Chill
like
it,
a
bro.
straight
I
shooter,
see
bro.
the nerves now, like the real nerves.
But I'm nervous, bro. Like, look, remember, I'm Newcastle, bro. I'm not in your world yet, bro. Do you get what I'm saying?
Okay.
It's nervy for man. Trust me, bro.
I know. You said
Fair,
that, but you're already telling us, in 4 months'
If we
time,
win today, we're cool.
Be worried.
Yeah, exactly. Man say watch out, but then he's not. He's
innit?
Nah, bro.
No. I said watch out.
Mathing, as they say
If
now.
we get top 4, remember, bro. Allow me.
Okay.
I'm not there yet.
That big disclaimer, if yeah. All right.
If we lose today, bro, I'll beg you to take me out of this whole thing. Take out my description. Delete my number, bro. Take me out of the group chat. Like, especially Cass. I'm blocking Cass anyway already. Before the game starts. This guy, he's too much fire for me, bro. I can't handle him, bro. I don't know if he's anything, bro. Yeah, but no, all jokes, bro.
No, anyone in the chats, anywhere in the I just sometimes you got to do the blue tick business.
No, the chat's too much. The chat's mad. You that go in, bro.
Yeah, Cass is waiting for you, Specs. I know that.
I know he's waiting for me, but trust me, bro.
Cass is waiting with his teacup ready to be like, yeah.
It's so joke. Me and Cass do the never foul team together, and it's so funny because like two opposites. I feel like even when Man United lose, no one really gets onto me too much because I don't give out too much smoke. But when Man United lose, I just see you man all go for Cass. I'm just like, I'm hiding behind the duvet, like, these man like calling my name out.
Yeah, Cass gets tagged in everything if you look.
Yeah, man. Love that. Guys, make sure you like this video, people. Make sure you run up the likes before you leave. Make sure it's over 100 likes. If you haven't hit the thumb up yet, please make sure you do. Big up Abs for coming on, as always, repping for Chelsea, man. Love that. Obviously, they have a game this weekend, but he's talking all things football, so I love that. Big up Geordie as well, Geordie Jed TV. Big up Specs for coming on. Make sure you go and lock in. I know he'll probably do something after this Newcastle game reacting as well, so make sure you go and hit him up. And then One Touch TV and Tunnel TV, you know where to find Kunle. He's been in there enough as well, guys, so make sure you go and run up and check their channel as well. He's in the UK right now as well, trying to, see Arsenal lift a little something, but he might only be
changing my flights. I'm going back.
I was going to say, the only thing you might be lifting is his suitcase back to end, but I don't know.
No, because my brothers were telling me come to the parade, so I was hoping to see you there, innit?
Nah. Do you know what? My return flight was never going to be here for the parade, but if something happened...
We'll ask you Thursday. You might be believing again Thursday. Let's see. Wednesday night.
Listen, Ty. All I got told was that, take the day off of uni and make sure you go for the parade. They said they'll sort me with everything.
Right, send me the screenshot of the person that sent that to you. If he lives in London, I'm going to meet him today. Is he mad?
Brilliant, man. Big up people, man. Make sure everyone has a blessed weekend. And Ty, did you show the Marshall pillow after... Bro, the Marshall pillow is here. Maguire got him injured, so that's just how it is, man. Hopefully he scores today. We'll see if he's in the squad. Big up everyone that's watching with the comments. But yeah, guys, we're going to call it a wrap now. We'll get ready to watch the football. And tonight, just so you know quickly, Man City Arsenal preview with Babs. I know Troops is on, Daps and Hamza as well. So I think that's about 8 o'clock tonight. So on Never a Fast. If you want to get ready for the big preview for the Wednesday game, make sure you lock in. All right, people, bless up.
Peace.